Hey guys, so as most of you may already know, and if you don't, then this will be like your heads up, but the Criterion Barnes & Noble sale has begun for the month of November. All Criterion Collection movies at Barnes & Noble will be 50% off for the rest of the month, so go check it out and get you some. Now, the Criterion Collection did have a flash 24-hour sale not long ago, a few weeks ago. So I've already picked up a few titles on there, which really started off my Criterion collection, because before that, I haven't owned any Criterions. So this is kind of like my first time jumping into the Criterion collection. Nonetheless, we're going to go in here. I'm going to, I've got one title I'm looking for, The Antichrist, and then I'm going to pick out something else, possibly random. I kind of want to pick up a random title that I've heard's good that I have not seen. And yeah, I don't know. We'll go check it out. Well, I guess they're out. Never mind. This is what I was looking for. Sweet. So I can't decide if I want to get this one or not. I mean, I love Eraserhead, but I kind of feel like maybe getting something I've never seen before. I don't know. So on my way home, I passed by the Harkins Theater, which just closed down not long ago, and it's kind of sad because this was like a community staple in our area. It's the only one in Texas as well. So this is actually the theater that I worked at for my first job. When I turned 16 and I was in high school, I got my first job working at a movie theater. It was a lot of fun. It was a great job. So it is kind of sad to see it go away. But we still have movie theaters, so it's not like we're in desperate need, but it's just kind of sad, They claim the reason they closed is because they couldn't make a deal on rent with the landlord, so I don't think it was necessarily anything to do with the movie industry or COVID necessarily, but I mean, who knows, But whatever, I'm going to head home now and show you guys what is the beginning of my Criterion journey, my Criterion collection, if you will. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Rolling. So before I get into what I bought in regards to the Criterion collection, I just want to quickly say that, like I said in the beginning, this is the first time I've ever bought Criterion. I'm not probably going to be buying a whole lot more of these because they're so expensive. I kind of overdid it already. Yeah, I'd say I overdid it. Once you see what I got and how many I got, I think you'll probably agree with me. But, what I do like about the Criterion collection is that from what I hear, they do a pretty good job of remastering films, of converting and upscaling films that previously hadn't had the best quality releases. They do a really good job at restoring them and giving them a better quality release, and I can support that. They are $40, although they sell year-round on their site at a discounted, I think, $35. And then when these sales come around, like the one in November right now, they go for $20 each, which, it's not that bad for some of these, I guess. I also want to say that some of these are blind buys, and normally I don't like to blind buy unless it's really cheap, and these are not really cheap, so yeah, I don't recommend blind buying from Criterion, but a lot of people would probably disagree because they are a pretty well-established company that a lot of people trust, and, I haven't really bought from them before, like I said, so I don't really have an opinion on them yet. So who knows? I might be the biggest Criterion supporter ever after I get done watching these films. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with what I got. First up is David Lynch, The Art Life. Now, this was on Netflix several years ago, and it's really good. I really like David Lynch. I'm a huge Lynch fan, as you will see by some of these pickups, or at least, one of them. This is actually only one of two that I picked up that I've actually seen before. And so this is basically just a documentary about David Lynch, interviewing him, talking about his painting and his process behind art and some of the films that he's created. He's a very interesting guy. If you know anything about David Lynch, that's probably the best word to describe him, is interesting. He's definitely a little weird, but he is his own person, and I like David Lynch. So there's no better way to follow that up than with Mulholland Drive. Now, this is a movie of David Lynch's that I have never seen. Some would argue that this is his best film. Like I said, I've not seen it, so I have no clue. Again, normally I don't blind buy movies, but if it's a David Lynch movie, I'll do it. Next up, we have Paris, Texas. Another blind buy because I've never seen this movie before. And this is a movie that's kind of hard to get a hold of. I mean, not hard to get a hold of, but you pretty much can't find anything but a DVD release. And those can even go for quite a bit online, if I'm not mistaken. So I figured I would just drop the cash on the Criterion with the sale. A lot of people say that this is one of their favorite movies ever. I once knew a guy who, he's not dead or anything, but I say I once knew him. I know a guy who this is his favorite movie. So I feel like, it's got to be at least okay, right? Next up, we have Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which was a lot of people's favorite movie from last year. I think it released last year. There's a lot of kind of, I wouldn't say controversy on when it released, but it got a very small release, and it never came to theaters around me because I was waiting and waiting to check it out. I think it probably was playing at maybe like the Angelica in Dallas or something, but I never ventured down there to go check it out. Again, a blind buy. I've never seen it, but I've heard from several people that this movie is incredible, so I'm just going to take their word for it, and hopefully I don't regret buying it. So next up are the films that I bought today. I bought 2 films today at Barnes & Noble, which is honestly the better route to go because you don't have to pay shipping. I mean, I had to buy like 3 titles just to qualify for free shipping from their website during that flash sale that I mentioned earlier. So if you can, I would take advantage of the Barnes & Noble sale and go get them right now while you still can. I don't know how that works, if they restock or if once they run out, they're just out. I have no clue. But as you guys saw in the video, I picked up Antichrist. Now, I just released a podcast not long ago with Xander Wagner, and we talk about disturbing movies, disturbing films, and this is definitely one that came up and that we talked about. I saw this a long time ago when it was on, I think, Netflix or Amazon or something. It definitely has some very disturbing moments, but from what I remember, it's overall not a bad film. So I've been wanting to rewatch this for a while, and now I will because I own it. So I'm very happy to add that to the collection. And last but not least is another blind buy. As I said, most of these were blind buys, except for Antichrist and the David Lynch, The Art Life documentary, because I'd seen those before. But this is another blind buy, and that is Videodrone. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but it's a movie that I've been meaning to check out for a while. It's one of those that a lot of people have talked about. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. So I figured, I wanted to buy at least one more that I'd never seen before while the sale's going on. So this is the one I chose. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this or any of my other picks. I want to know if you guys have seen these, because I have not. Let me know if any of these are good. Let me know if you've seen Portrait of a Lady on Fire as well. Let me know if you liked it or not. And then 2 more that are not Criterion that I just picked up today from Best Buy, because they were doing like an early Black Friday sale or something, is The Joker 4K, which was $7.99. Go pick it up now while you still can. And then Parasite 4K, which is another movie that's actually on Criterion. It just got released to the Criterion Collection, I think. Either that or it's going to. No, it was October. Yeah, it was an October release. But I heard that you may as well just buy the 4K, and this was $10 at Best Buy. So that's half the price of the discounted price of the Criterion at Barnes & Noble. So I figured I'd rather just pay $10 and get it on 4K. You know, I know that one thing that people buy Criterions for is the extra features, and I'm a huge fan of extra features. But I feel like I'll be okay with the Parasite 4K. But I'm really happy to have that movie because I've been wanting to rewatch it, and I can't wait to see what it looks like on 4K. So yeah. And that's going to wrap up today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys go out there and get some of your own Criterion Collection movies. Let me know in the comments what you picked up if you've gone out to pick up some. And let me know what your favorite Criterion Collection movie is, you know. I'm looking for new movies to watch. I'm always looking for new movies to watch. So let me know down below what movies on the Criterion Collection I should check out. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.